today my guest is Kastoori Barua. Kastoori Barua is right now pursuing her PhD in English from Western University in Canada, and she completed her schooling from Tagore International School in Vasant Vihar, New Delhi, and then she went to Lady Shriram for her masters, and then she
No,
did
for bachelor's.
for bachelor's and for
Yes.
masters.
For master's, I went to Arts Fac in Delhi University.
Okay, you went to the Delhi University, and your IELTS score, if I remember, was better than mine. That is 8, and you ended up in a Canadian university.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing which I would like to ask is that how you started preparing for IELTS and went on to score quite a good score, I would say, like 8.
I didn't prepare for IELTS.
Really?
I didn't prepare for IELTS. I mean, if you remember, they charge you a lot. Like, I just recently took my IELTS again because I'm thinking of applying for a permanent residency. So I've done both IELTS academic and IELTS general. And I would say both of them are pretty bogus in the sense that I'm pretty sure I should have scored a lot more than what they gave me.
Okay.
And there are discrepancies, but then as long as you get a good band score, I think you're good to go. And there are certain videos on YouTube where people show you these mock tests, right? So you take one or two of them, and I mean, that's it.
That's it, and you are done. But that's basically because you are well versed with English. Your English is flawless. You have studied also in very good schools and colleges. But like, suppose if I ask you, what is basically the difference between IELTS academic and IELTS general?
IELTS general is more, I would say, practically oriented. It's not very analytical, I would say. For instance, in IELTS academic, I remember our listening had a component where you had to see a diagram and then you had to label it or something of that sort, and
Okay.
they would recite it through your headphones. So it would be maybe the diagram of a turbine, or maybe the system of photosynthesis of a plant or something that they would do. Instead, in IELTS general, you'd probably have the blueprint of a flat or a blueprint of an organization. And they would tell you this room is meant for this, and then to the right of it is this room. If you go straight up the corridor, it will be the storage house or something. So it's more practically oriented. It's not very theoretical. So I think that was mainly the difference between IELTS. This
And
is
how
basically
about the and how about the other components? Because as I remember, like reading, writing, speaking, and listening, there are 4 components in IELTS.
I think they're pretty much the same. Listening basically was shorter, I believe, in general, and writing was extremely basic in general. Again, they would ask you to write perhaps a letter, or it was a letter component, and there was another component where you had to write an essay.
Okay.
But both of them didn't really talk about your personal experiences as such, whereas I believe your personal experiences had more weightage in IELTS academic.
Okay.
So that's there. And I don't remember writing a letter for my IELTS academic.
So what is your score in general right now?
8. I got 8 in both. So it's
Acha,
funny. Yeah.
it's absolutely like a perfect score for you in both the ways.
Not
So,
really. You know what? They actually gave me a 7.5 for speaking in
really?
general. So I'm just wondering what went wrong. Because I got an 8.5 in academic speaking, which I took in, I
Yeah,
think,
even I remember I got around 8 in speaking.
yeah, I got
In,
an 8.5 in academic, I think 3 years back or four
yeah,
years back.
yeah, 3 to 4 years back.
I've already lived in Canada. I've only spoken in English, so I don't see why I'm getting a 7.5 for general. So this is why I'm telling you it's bogus.
I will not edit this part.
You don't have to. People should know this.
Okay.